Hey, Fix It friends. This is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I got this Steam Words Library book set from Costco, and I wanted to tell y'all a little more about it, so stay tuned. I cannot tell y'all how much of a labor of love this was because I'm currently hiding from my toddler in the bathroom to record this voiceover. Hey y'all, it's Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. Back with another Saturday book selection and one of my suggestions for some of the best books for toddlers. This one I think would even fall in with babies. So, as I mentioned here on the channel, I talk about different books and I try to bring y'all one of these book suggestions every weekend, hopefully on Saturday, but Sunday if life happens and I'm living life on life's terms. Part of my background is that I started off working as my first job was in my hometown library. I've also been a volunteer for the Literacy Council and helped with adult literacy. And I like reviewing books. So I do review books for different companies. I get advanced reader copies, all that kind of stuff. And I enjoy it. So that brings me to why I wanted to share this book with you all. This book is actually a set that I got at Costco. I will look back. I think at Costco, the set was like $26 for the 8 books, which was a really good deal. I did look online and kind of compare it. And when I saw that that was the value pack, it was definitely worthwhile of getting. And just in a quick review, one thing that I noticed that's different from one of the other books that I reviewed, the Baby Love Science book set that I showed y'all previously, I'll add the card up here, is that this set of books, literally, it says it's the first word library or STEAM, like, what is it? Science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, I think. I don't know if I remember what STEAM stands for. Hold on. All right. I did pause for the cause, but yeah, STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Basically, this is going to be a word library. All of the books in here are just going to show you words. While they are great words and nice to build a library with, I would look at this as a set that is great to start with at the baby stage. Like when you're really just talking to your kids and telling them words and trying to expand their listening and hearing. Had to switch this part to a voiceover. I don't know what happened with the sound originally, but it went crazy. So here I'm just showing you the box set, talking a little bit more about how I think this is one that's great to start with when they're very young, and then you can repeat the words and just build their vocabulary as they get older. Has a really nice sturdy box that you can use to keep it organized, being in the playroom if you decide to travel with it. It's a nice way to just have a set of different options and 8 different books that are really easily contained. So I talk a little bit more about that. And then too, I start to get into letting you see the book. So I'm about to open up the box. Oh, I also make a comparison. These other Baby Love structural engineering books in the Baby Love series, I really like. Now here, you're going to get a book that actually is going to have storytelling. You're going to have a lot of vocabulary too, but it's easier to go through the book because it's telling a continuous thread of stories. Whereas these word books, as you're about to see, are literally just going to be words on the pages. And some of the words, it's all under certain topics. But if you had a child who's really into stories and storytelling, these books are not going to do that for you, which isn't a bad thing. Because again, if we want them to learn words, that's one thing. But actually having story time or bedtime stories, these books may not be good for that because it's going to take a lot of the parent or whoever is reading these to really thread together these different words and make it make sense to the kids in the way that stories really do. And some of the words are ones where I feel like I would need to sit down myself and do some research because my daughter will ask me, well, what is that? Or what does that mean? Or she'll give me that like side head nod look where she's tilted to the side trying to understand, that inquisitive look. And if I don't know what these are, then I can't explain it to her and I can't answer her questions. So that's what I mean when I say this book is good for learning words, but it is one where it's going to take some effort on the part of the parents if you do decide to use this for something like story time. It goes over a lot of different subjects, so I thought that that was really cool and covers a lot of different areas. So this next book, this one here is Ocean Words, and I think I'm about to pull out some more and show you some more comparisons. So I'll let y'all ride this out. And in this part of the book, I was pointing out like some of these words, I don't even know how to pronounce that. And then, too, just being able to kind of explain it to them. That's, again, another example of what I mean when I say some of these words in the book. Like I would sit down as a parent and kind of look through these now that I've opened them and flipped through to make sure I'm familiar with them so that when my child asks me any questions, I can at least answer them or explain it or thread together some kind of storyline for her. Other pieces is just like, things that we're familiar with, like ships, just showing you the different parts of like the front of the ship there. I thought that was really cool, and showing you some of the other different ocean animals. So these books really do cover a lot, and I like that about them. Same with the space book, kind of shows you the different parts of the solar system. So I do want to talk about some of the good things that I like about these sets. I like just the overall reference and the variety that all of the books have. Like, even though we're still in just this space book, you get so much information, so many well drawn out pictures and diagrams. Like, they're not all necessarily to scale or anything like that, but just gives, again, that depth. Y'all know I'm big on illustrations if you watched any of my other videos. I do like, too, that there's exposure to more elements of things. So if you really sit down with your child and go through some of these books, they'll know a lot of words and have more understanding of things before they get into even grade school. So that's cool. But it's going to take a little more, as I see it, background research and understanding and kind of reading and doing things with your children. Because if any child that you work with is like my child and children that I've worked with in different roles, they're going to ask more questions. They're going to try to be like, well, what is that? What does that mean? And that's what you want them to do when you're going through books like these. But again, as you can see, compared to the other book, this is literally just going to give you words. So you're going to have to thread together some kind of story, some kind of conversation and way of keeping them engaged. Now, again, if it's a younger child or a toddler who's just beginning to really sit with books, like a 1-year-old, they may just hold the book. I mean, any younger than one, they're probably going to do what they do. They're going to try to gum the book. They're going to throw the book. They're going to bounce the book. And that's cool. And getting them exposed to different colors, depths, and things is good for development. But as they get older, kids, as I experience again and understand it, are going to want more of a story. They're going to want some kind of activity, something that really draws them in, other than if they're a kid who likes flying or likes some of these subjects and is already kind of a fanatic about it. Hope that makes sense. So the technology book is cool too. More science words here. So great pictures, great contrast on the different pages. Again, a lot of different things that just make some of the colors really pop for you. But it's a whole lot of words. And if your child, this isn't a book that I would say, or any of these books are not ones that I would use for like bedtime story time with my daughter. This will be something during the day, activities. Maybe if we're traveling and take 2 or 3 of these along with us. I did love that it comes with this really nice storage box and that option. So everything can pop back in and this can sit in the library. But if I was someone too who was doing homeschooling, I think this would be great. If I was someone who was working with a child on writing prompts and they didn't really know what to write about or needed some ideas or suggestion, this would be great. If I was someone doing speech therapy, like I know I took speech therapy when I was in elementary school, I did speech and things like that, like just working on different words and sounds and enunciation and things, this would be another good tool for that. But yeah, definitely not a set I would recommend for story time, not a set I would recommend for bedtime reading either. But really cool because as it says, I'm gonna reiterate that one last time, it's just about words and building the library. So the description here just talks about how it only takes a small spark to ignite a child's mind. I thought I saw one side that gave a little more background on the set. No, this right here is just some like copyright information, publishing information. So you can find this on sourcebookskids.com. And as you see here, this says that the regular price, original price was $47.92. It's a suggested retail price. I'm pretty sure at Costco I paid $26 for this set. And I did do a quick search on Amazon when I was in the store to make sure that that was a better deal than what you would get online. So hope this is somewhat helpful for you, but Basic summary, good set for word development, word exposure, and pictures and illustrations. Not something I would recommend for story time necessarily, and not something I would recommend for bedtime. This is really about vocabulary building, exposure, information, and getting your kids started. If you wanted something for bedtime, I would definitely say to look into these Baby Loves books, because they're going to give you a little bit more as far as storyline, the overall pictures and things going along and kind of feeding into one another, and sentences that you can actually read to your child. So I'll put the card in again for this set, because I did do a review on that and show y'all those books in more detail. As always, this is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I truly believe God has given us all gifts and talents that can fix some problem that exists in the world. And while we may not be able to fix everything, I want to remind and encourage you to remember we can all fix something. So till next time, I pray that you would find that thing and fix it. And if you enjoyed this, please do turn on your notifications, and I'll be back next week with another suggestion. Have a good one, y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, y'all, that is it for this set of books. Just showing y'all some other still shots and close-up pictures of the different covers. And afterwards, there'll be some clips of Monica while she insisted that we needed to open the set. Thanks for watching. And if you do enjoy this, make sure that you subscribe and turn on those notifications to get next week's recommendation. See y'all next time. Monica, what'd you say?
I want a rocket ship.
You want a rocket ship? You want to open this?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let Mama open it. What do you want to do? You want to read?
Yeah.
Why? With Cheetos all over your face.
Paint.
What? Paint? Yep, that's paint. What else do you see?
Just open
Who is
it.
this?
It's rocket ship.
What?
It's rocket ship.
That's not rocket ship. That's the person that goes in the rocket ship. Who goes in the rocket ship? The rocket ship. The astronaut goes in the rocket ship.
Yeah,
Astronaut. What else do we see? What's that?
Astronaut.
Okay. Check it out, Maka. How do you open this? That's a good question. Can you please put that down? Oh, it opens like this, maybe? Oh, wow. And then it opens this way. That's so cool, Maka. Stop before you break it. Which one do you want to read? Space?
Yeah.
Okay. It says, my first 100 space words. What you see? We got to start at the beginning. Come back this way. All right. What do we see? That's the Earth. It says orbital. What's this one?
Rainbow.
Yes, that's a rainbow. And spectroscopy? Spectroscopy? Okay. The outer solar system.
The end.
The end. Hold on. What you going to do next? Girl, you got Cheetos everywhere. That's Cheetos on her face. What's this one? 100 science words.
What is that?